Hey guys, welcome to another episode of The Completionist. I'm back! Anyway guys, I know it's been a long time, since I have had an official completionist video out, but I am home now for a total of 2.5 weeks, so I wanted to make the most out of my free time and try to get a few videos up for you guys. So for my first video, what I wanted to do is I wanted to shout out 5 specific YouTubers from the YouTube gaming community that I firmly believe that they should have 1,000 subscribers, because they make awesome content, they make original content, every one of them has very enjoyable channels in their own way. And over the last 7 months, guys, I haven't had much time to game. Work has been really incredibly busy. I haven't had much of a summer at all. I think over the last 7 months, I think I've only been able to play a total of like 4 games, and out of those 4 games, I've only managed to complete one of them. But one of the things that I do like to do is I do like to watch a lot of YouTube videos on my free time. It kind of helps me keep my sanity, especially when I work so much. But these 5 channels that I want to shout out, are really excellent YouTubers, and for the channels that I'm going to shout out, I'm going to post a link down below. So I really hope that you give these channels a shot, and I hope that you will enjoy them as much as I have. So anyway, the first channel that I want to shout out is for a female gaming YouTuber by the name of mistressishbo. She has one of the most enjoyable channels I've ever watched in my entire life. I love the fact that, despite the fact that, she's a gamer, she is such a down-to-earth person, and even though the majority of her videos are gaming related, she's not afraid to show a bit of her personal life. I especially love the antics that, her and her husband are up to all the time. She's incredibly funny. She has an awesome sense of humor and can be completely random from time to time. You never know what to expect from her videos, and she has a little over 600 subscribers, and I really truly believe that she deserves a lot more. And I think one of the reasons why I really do like her channel is that I consider her a really strong person. Because even though I don't really know her on a personal level, I know she's had a lot of tragedy in her life over the last couple of years. It seems like her life has been a bit of a roller coaster. It has its ups and downs, but no matter what she goes through, she always finds the strength to keep pushing forward. And I have a lot of respect for a person like that. And I just think she has a truly original channel. She's a hell of a lot of fun. And she's one of those female gamers that can probably kick your ass in video games, and she can probably kick your ass in real life as well. So anyway, if you like her channel, I definitely recommend you check her out. Now the second channel I want to shout out is for a very close friend of mine. I've talked to on Skype on several occasions. He's incredibly witty. He's one of the few people that can pull off a dry, sarcastic wit all the time. I love his videos, I love his pickup videos, I love his video game stories and his reviews as well. And that is for my friend Alex, and his channel is known as ReturnToMotherBase. I just literally love all the content that he has put out, especially recently. I know he tends to be a little harsh on himself, especially when he was first getting started on YouTube, but I just really love a lot of the stories that he tells, especially his story about Street Fighter Alpha. That's just an awesome video game story to listen to. And I have had the luxury of talking to him several times on Skype, and we do have a lot of the same attitudes with regards to video games and the video game industry. And you know, he is a very down-to-earth guy, and you know, I consider him a true friend. You know, I can talk to him about anything. You know, he works really hard. You know, he plays games to their fullest. You know, he's not the type of person that just plays a game for a little while and just puts it down. And when he does a review on the game, you know, he will look at every aspect of the game, and if he enjoys it, he enjoys it for the right reasons. And it's one of the reasons why I do like his channel. And I literally think the guy deserves a lot more subscribers than what he has. So if you like his content, please check him out. The next channel is a guy that I recently subscribed to, you know, within the last couple of months. You know, he's been on the YouTube gaming community for quite a while, but I think it's only recently, within the last year, I think he's finally found his calling. And he makes some really interesting videos. I think he only has 200 subscribers, or a little less than 200 subscribers. And the user is a guy by the name of Playongo. And his first set of videos, you know, he did gameplays of import games that would never make it to North American shores. But what he's doing with his videos right now is that he's been picking up a lot of Dreamcast import games, and he actually does gameplays on them. But one of the interesting things I like about his gameplays is that even though I love the anime style games, but I'm not interested in collecting imports as well, you know, it's actually very handy to have a person in the YouTube gaming community that is not only fluent in speaking Japanese, but he can also read Japanese as well. Usually, if a game is really popular and, you know, the North American audience really wants to play it, you know, you'll always get a group of devoted gamers that will actually take the ROM or take the game and translate it themselves. But there are a lot of games, import anime style games, that, you know, will probably never be translated, and a lot of those games are probably the visual novels or the dating sims, in which there are plenty of those style of games, especially out in Japan. And one of the things that I like is that he will actually showcase some of these visual novels and actually translate them for you. He'll give you like a little 2, 4 or 5 minute insight into the game. And it's actually great to see, because even though I'm not interested in collecting imports, you know, it's great to see import games with commentary with someone who can read the Japanese and also understand the Japanese that is actually being spoken. So if you're interested in learning more about anime style games that will never make its way to North American shores, I absolutely recommend you check his channel out. You know, he's incredibly humble, he's down to earth, and he really knows what he's talking about. And it's for that reason alone is why I love his channel so much. And it's something that I haven't really seen on YouTube before, so I truly hope he gets more subscribers. So the next channel I would like to shout out is another person, you know, I subscribed to within the last year and a half. You know, he's highly entertaining. He exploits stupidity in such a unique fashion that it always makes me laugh. He's a fellow hockey fan like myself, but obviously he has better taste than me. You know, at least, you know, his hockey team can get into the playoffs the majority of the time. My team hasn't gotten to the playoffs for God knows how long. He's a big New York Rangers fan. I'm a big Toronto Maple Leafs fan, so obviously he has a better taste in hockey teams. And that guy is a YouTube user known as MikeGartner. MikeGartner is very close to hitting that 1,000 subscriber milestone. I think he has like 980 subscribers right now. But I love the guy because he's very passionate about retro gaming. He really is. You know, his flea market videos are always very interesting. It's amazing some of the deals that he comes across. But I think the videos that he's most known for are the WTF Craigslist ads, in which you got these horrible resellers that really don't know the value of the games that they're trying to sell. and he is absolutely not afraid to exploit their stupidity, and he's not gentle about it. He will be as rude and as crude as possible, and it always comes off as hilarious. Will we ever see the guy unmasked? You know, I made a joke to him a while ago that, you know, if the New York Rangers ever won the Stanley Cup, you know, that would probably deserve an unmasking. But I don't think we'll see an unmasking from him anytime soon. And one of the awesome things about his channel is he has really good editing skills, and, you know, he does all of his videos, you know, obviously wearing the goalie mask. But I don't know if he wears the goalie mask out in the open. I really don't think so. I think if he did, I think people would think he's a little crazy, but I don't know, that for sure. But anyway, I'll post a link to his channel down below, and if you really like his channel, I highly recommend, you know, you help him reach that 1,000 subscriber milestone. And the last channel that I want to shout out is literally my favorite YouTube channel of all time. It's amazing to me how good his videos are. You know, I always say in his comments, why is this show so goddamn awesome? And it really is. And it's absolutely criminal that the guy just has a little over 500 subscribers. It really is. Because the amount of professionalism that he puts into his videos is unreal. I absolutely love every video that this guy puts out. He talks about a genre that's often ignored and neglected, and he's very passionate about it. And that gaming genre is the shoot 'em up genre. And the channel is Serraxor, and he does this show called Bullet Heaven that I absolutely love, in which he talks about the shoot 'em up games from the past to the present. And there are several reasons why I love this guy's channel. You know, it's only fairly recently for me that I have gotten into the shoot 'em up genre. It was always a genre that I always appreciated, especially in the arcades during the 80s and 90s, but I never really got into it until 2005, 2006. And a lot of shoot 'em up games are anime style games, and I absolutely love them. And out of all the shoot 'em up shows I've ever seen on the internet or on YouTube, this guy has the best one, in all honesty. You know, he even comes from my neck of the woods. You know, he's not necessarily from the same province I am, but he's from the same province over, which is in Nova Scotia. His videos are literally so professional, and not only does he have awesome editing skills, he composes about 95% of his own music. And I absolutely adore the music that he actually puts in his videos. You know, I find myself listening to his music tracks on his YouTube channel all the time. But when he reviews certain shoot 'em ups, one thing that I really appreciate is that he makes his Bullet Heaven show appealing to not only the hardcore shoot 'em up players, but the beginner shoot 'em up players as well. He tries to make the genre as appealing as possible to as many people, and I think that's really great, because it's good to see slowly more shoot 'em ups get released, because there was a time in which the genre was literally on life support, in which we didn't see that many games come out for that specified genre. And he's very balanced on his reviews. He doesn't show favoritism over one type of shoot 'em up over another. He reviews them perfectly. He is totally unbiased. He will not only talk about the positive points, but he will talk about the negative points that will be appealing to veteran players, and in which it will also appeal to beginner players as well. But another reason why I really enjoy his show is that even though I've never had the chance to talk to him personally, you know, I hope to see him at PAX Prime, is that he's very humble. And I have a lot of respect for someone like that. You know, some shoot 'em up players, you know, they care about being the best or having the like the highest score or 1 CC in games or like anything along those lines. He never tries to proclaim that he's the best or that he wants to be the best or that he can get the highest score. He does this show because he really loves the gaming genre and he wants to share the love and respect for that gaming genre to as many people as humanly possible. The music, as I said before, he makes is incredibly awesome. And I just really love the channel and all the work that he puts into it. His work is so professional, it's better than any gaming show I've ever seen on Screw Attack or Game Trailers or several other gaming websites that do specific shows. And I truly do believe that his channel is destined for greatness. And it's just absolutely mind-blowing that, you know, he doesn't have more subscribers. And, you know, even if I can just give him 1 new subscriber to his channel, then I'll be perfectly happy with that, because he's one of those types of people that deserves a lot more subscribers than what he has. So anyway, guys, those are 5 YouTubers in the YouTube gaming community you should definitely check out. You know, I hope that you will enjoy these channels as much as I have. And before I have to go, guys, I just want to say thank you to all of you. You know, even though I've been away for a really long time, you know, I'm still getting subscribers, you know, on my channel, even though I don't really make that much content. You know, sometimes, you know, I do a blog TV every once in a while. But I just want to say a special thank you, you know, to the other completionist on YouTube, who's part of the Game Nation crowd. You know, he made a comment, you know, on one of my videos, I think it was, why do I complete video games? And he turned that video that only had like 400 to 500 views into a video that has almost 2,000 views, because he made a comment on it. And he brought about 50 to 60 new subscribers to my channel. And to you new subscribers that are subscribed to me, you know, I'm not the utter completionist. It's just that, you know, he has made the choice, you know, to make his show and his hobby his primary source of income, and I have a lot of respect for that. You know, I wish I could do that. And even though my videos will never live up to the quality that, you know, he does, you know, I have a lot of respect for him, and he has told me himself that he has a lot of respect for me. Because in the end, you know, we complete games just because it's fun to do. So I hope for you guys that have come from the Utter Completionist channel to my channel, I hope you guys will find something to like about my channel as well. So I just want to thank each and every one of you for subscribing. So anyway, guys, that takes care of another episode of The Completionist. I will try to have a couple of more videos up before I have to go away. And as I said before earlier, yes, I am going to PAX Prime. So I have no idea what other fellow YouTubers are going to be there, so I hope to meet some of you guys. You know, if you are going to PAX Prime, I would assume there's going to be some kind of YouTube meetup, so, you know, don't be afraid to come and say hi. You know, I'm a very approachable person, and I look at all gamers as equals, so, you know, if you want to talk to me, you're more than welcome to. So anyway, guys, in closing, take care, and I wish you nothing but the best. Later.